Hi, friends. Welcome to Green Card Guys TV. In today's show, we're going to talk about USCIS making another bigly change to their process on requiring interviews. Now, before last week, people who are asylees and refugees that were applying for adjustment of status, the 485 form to become a resident of the United States, now they are required to have an interview. Before, they didn't require that interview. Now they're required to have an interview. So stay tuned. If you are a refugee or asylee, subscribe to our channel below so you get updates about what to do when you do have an interview notice in the future. So just last week, last Tuesday, USCIS sent out a memo guidance stating that the discretionary factors to waive an interview now applies to asylees and refugees. Now, what does this all mean? It's time to prepare. And USCIS can determine whether a person, an applicant, is inadmissible to the United States, and this will be done on a case-by-case basis. Now, about last month or so, we had a video about this discretionary factor specifically, so check it out up here. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this, and if you're an asylee or refugee in the process of obtaining residence status, we'd love to hear from you. Now, there's at least 4 things they're going to look for in your application. Now, there's 4 things that they're going to look for. That can include, number 1, if you have any criminal record. So even if you've been arrested but not convicted, or you didn't sign a plea bargain yet or plea deal, they still can try to use that against you. So you do want to consult with a criminal defense attorney. And we have some available that we know in our network to share with you if you need to hire one or at least consult with one. Number 2 is they want to look to see if there's any indication of fraud in your application, not just in this adjustment of status 485 application, but any previous application before. So that it can include your 589 asylum application, or if you enter the country with a visitor visa, so your B1 or B2 DS, Department of State 160 application. That is very important to remember what you wrote in those applications. We've had some clients come into our office and say that there was something wrong in their initial application, whether they accidentally stated that they were married, but in truth, they weren't actually married. And they had that mistake because they hired someone more like a notario or notary that is akin or related to what we have here in America, in the United States, or like someone in a community that helps them with the application, and they actually did not write that. So it's very important to review your old applications. There is a way to request those documents if you don't have it already, and that's called FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. Along the lines with fraud, they also look to see if you've changed your name. If there's any differences in your name, that is a huge deal to immigration. That's why in any adjustment of status interviews, they always ask for ID in the beginning. I know it may sound silly to some people who have already especially gone through this process, but it's very important. They want to check if also if you're the one that signed the application. It's kind of like if you were in school and you had to take a test, but you weren't the actual person taking the test. Similar situation, but this is obviously more serious. In addition to the lines of fraud, they're going to look at your previous application of 589 to see if in any of your affidavits, if you have possibly lied about your persecution or fleeing a persecution or threats. It is very possible that they can do this now with this guidance in the discretionary factors about inadmissibility. So please keep this in mind, okay? Don't think just because now you have refugee or asylee status that it's going to be easy from now on. And just because President-elect Biden will be president soon in January does not mean that this particular discretionary factors will go away for asylees and refugees. So please be prepared. Look over all your applications. So we want to save all that stress from you in a strategy consultation. And if you do want a consultation from us, the best way is to self-schedule an appointment. The link is down below. Friends, if you're new to our channel, please click subscribe down below. Click the bell so you get all our future notifications of our tips and news. And share this video to your friends and colleagues, especially if you know that they have a similar situation. Please go ahead and smash the like button. Leave a comment below if you're facing a situation like this. and considering which path is better. Every person's situation is different. Let us know what you're thinking, what you're considering. And lastly, please join our Facebook group. It's called Immigrant Guide and Support Living in America. It's a community where people share their challenges and successes, and also a place where people can share tips on how to get acclimated in living in the United States. Until next time, please continue wearing a mask. Friends, thank you for taking time to watch our channel. Click over here so you can watch our most recent uploads. We'll see you soon.